Hello, Ibu. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having this presentation. I would like to present about a topic that is revisiting project-based language teaching. Let me show you the presentation, the slides. So I'm Igede Putu Agus Pramerta. There are 5 points to be addressed in this presentations. The first one is the reasons why I choose the two main articles as the source of information in these presentations. The second one is the theoretical framework. The third one is the insights. The fourth is the syntax, and I will provide you with the example of PBLT. And the fourth is conclusions. Let's start from the first one, the reasons. The reasons I took the two article as the main article that I reviewed. When we look at the title is Motivating Teaching, Sustaining Change in Practice, Design Principle for Teacher Learning in Project-Based Learning Context. It was done by Emily C. Miller, Samuel Severance, and Joseph Krejcik, 2021. This article is internationally recognized and indexed by Schemago Journal Rank with HI index of 45. This is so high impact. The second article entitled Project-Based Language Teaching and Problem-Based Learning. Are they effective to improve students' thinking skills? It was done by Anaziva and Jukri 2017. This is also internationally recognized and indexed by Schemago Journal Rank with HI index of 16. For the theoretical framework, this PBLT is under constructivism because it is accommodating cognitive and social aspects of the students. PBLT is also accommodating 21st century learning. And the third one, it is based on student-centered learning paradigm. Looking at the 3 points here, in my mind, the goal of PBLT is providing the students with higher order thinking skills. Yes. The insights that I've got from the two articles, there are three. These are new insights for me. Project's characteristics. At first, when I was thinking about project, it's just a project that is given to a student and it is something to do by the students and they must be finishing the project itself. But then, after I read the two articles with supporting references, the project must cover 5 criteria. I will tell you later. And the second is HOTS, project-based language teaching. Consider the goal of having higher order thinking skills. And the third one, in terms of curriculum design, I got new insights that uh, by considering the syntax and the principles of PBLT, it is uh, leading the students to have their higher order thinking skill in the learning process, and they will have active learning during the teaching and learning process. For the characteristics of project that I said just now, this is found from Thomas 2000. The first is the project must be based on the curriculum. So the substances of the curriculum must be accommodated by the implementation of PBLT. The second one, I put different color here because I got a new thing from this criteria. High proportion on ill-defined problems. This is going to be challenging for students in their active learning. They will get engaged with ill-defined problems, with problems as the project that needs creative and critical thinking to solve the problems. And the third one, constructive investigation with inquiry, knowledge building, and a resolution. The fourth one, the project must accommodate students' autonomous learning so that the students are going to be autonomous in their learning to have the project. And the last one, the project must be realistic. This is related to the number 2, high proportion on ill-defined problems. So the project must be realistic. It means that the ill-defined problems that are provided by the teacher to the students must relate to the real world, not abstract. Then, looking at the syntax from the articles, there are two different things. The first article, there are 6 steps. It started with determining the project, designing step settlement, preparing of the project, implementation schedule, evaluating the process and result, preparing reports and presentations or publications, and the last one, completing of the project. Meanwhile, in another article, it is started with driving questions and then exploring the driving questions by participating in authentic and situated inquiry practices. And the third one, scaffolding by teacher and addresses learning goals. And the fourth one, creating a set of products or artifacts that address the driving questions. Looking at this difference in text, my understanding and also my justifications on the syntax of PBLT is that there are two crucial components on the syntax. That is the first one, inquiry, and the second one, presentation. Those two components are the pinpoints of the PBLT syntax. Regarding on my understanding and also justification on the syntax about inquiry and presentations, for the example, I will provide you with a video that can be adapted or adopted in any level of learning for the implementation of PBLT. Okay, let me show you the video. But before that, I have to connect the audio so that it can be listened for the audio of the video. Please wait a moment for connecting. All right, it is already connected. Now I have to play the video.
For items of equal value, a grader who is kind, considerate to others, and loves to draw. One day, her teacher asked her and her classmates a question: how will you meet your needs and wants in the SAS marketplace? This got Anna and her classmates thinking and asking questions. What is a marketplace? What are needs and wants? These questions led her teacher to design learning activities, like the resource market, to help them gain an understanding of needs and wants, and supply and demand. Eventually, their questioning led them to learn about money, how money is exchanged for items of equal value, and how people make choices of how they spend and save their money for goods and services. Since Anna and her classmates were going to sell and buy their own goods and services in the SAS marketplace, they learned how to use money, specifically using strategies to count money and finding the total sum and difference during transactions. It was now time for Anna and her classmates to design a good or service for the marketplace. They empathized with their potential customers through interviews, identified their needs and wants, brainstormed creative ideas for a good or service, developed a blueprint that included the supplies needed to create a prototype, and then actually built their prototype that they would sell in the marketplace. After gaining feedback from their peers, it was time for the SAS marketplace, where Anna's classmates, as well as other second grade classes, got together to buy and sell goods and services, applying the knowledge and skills they gained in math and social studies.
They are so active in learning and they engage in their learning.
To recap, students were given a question that encompassed a performance task. They used the inquiry process to navigate through this performance task by asking questions, investigating, and ultimately creating a product. The task required students to gain content knowledge and skills from multiple disciplines, in this case, math and social studies. And of course, students developed specific competencies to design a solution to the performance task. Each of the learning elements listed here were integrated into one learning experience for the students.
All right, that is the video. That is the video that can be example of the implementation of PBLT in our classroom learning. Now I will be back to the presentation for telling you the conclusion of this presentation. After looking at the two articles, the insights that I got from different perspectives related to project-based language teaching are so meaningful for me and also for future research who are going to research on project-based language teaching. And the second one, the project is not only a project. It must have criteria. It must cover the 5 criteria. And the last one, through the implementation of project-based language teaching that covers inquiry process, investigation, and presentation, this is actually the nature of active learning. So, thank you for watching. I think that's all for presentation. Thank you very much. Goodbye.